Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Another episode of Back Issue Ben for you. Of course, you can read the titles and the credits. Jeez. Of course, it is I, Robin, the RK Stud Kratzer. Kit Kat's back here with me. Yeah, you heard. How are you doing today, Kiki? You're good? Okay. Anyway, let's get on to the comics, where, of course, you guys by this time, if this is your first time watching, I read some of my newer comics that I've picked up in collections or whatever, or from comic book shops, flea markets, wherever, eBay. I read them, I review them for you, and give my grade. And if you're interested in the comic, go out and buy it for yourself, research for yourself. Don't listen to how I feel about the book or not. Anyway, here we go. Action Comics number 282. There's two stories in it. One is Superman having a busy day, and he's promised Lois a date, and he can't really go on the date, so he has one of his Superman robots. I know, crazy, right? Probably what, 50s? 50s. It was, of course, it was a 10 center. And what happens is the robot and Lois are going through a plastics plant, and plastic solvent comes on, and his hand shows his metal hand, so he's got to hide it and try to find ways to hide it, while Superman is out teaching kids about dinosaurs and rescuing people and doing all the heroic Superman stuff. It was a very, very good, fun story. And then the second story features Supergirl going into the future because for some reason, at this time, she didn't have her powers. She lost them on Earth for some reason. But however, when she went to the past, or in this issue, she found out she can go to the future and she still has her powers. She went and helped these future people with, they had some problems, so she helped rescue them. And she decided to give up her superpowers, but when she came back to Earth in her own time, she had her powers back. So this was before she was first introduced to the world. To the world, but not to us. This was pretty fun for a 10 center. I will actually give this a B minus. Okay, here is Dell, the Brownies, number 398. I think it wasn't just all Brownies. I think this was just a Dell series where every other issue was something else. But these are Brownies. These are like little elf Smurf like people. So it's pretty cute. It's for little kids. It's how can I put it? Little adventures, One where they're treating bad goblins. The moral, they're doing bad stuff, and they're doing bad stuff to them to show them the error of their ways. One, they're getting their animal friends are kind of making fun of them, so they decide to try to paint up and look good. And another one where they're out in the field. I forget what they're doing. I forget their names. Bubbly or Wubsy or something like that. But they all have their own little quirks about them. No, it wasn't too bad. Mom had wanted this, so I kind of picked this up for her off eBay. It was about $10. It wasn't too bad. Kind of cute, actually. Very cute. I don't believe... Brownies were kind of a little thing back then, but now they're not so much. The only Brownie I know is Brownie the elf, the mascot for the Browns. But this isn't too bad. I give this a C. Okay, this is a reprint of Avengers 71, which says Valkyrie right here, and she's kind of liberating the women, and they're going against the men. However, its story is quite weird. The Wasp comes into the Avengers mansion, meets with all these women, Valkyrie, Medusa, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, and they all decide to be, how can I put it, feminazis for that day. While the male Avengers go off to be in a Halloween parade. And then the Masters of Evil shows up at the parade, and then they fight, and then the women come, and then they take down the males, and then they find out they were tricked by the Enchantress. Kind of weird. I don't know why they would print that for the King in Black with the Valkyrie. I don't know that. That one, very weird. Give it a C. Nothing special. And Avengers 689. Avengers No Surrender number 15. This is kind of like a big double-sized book. It's a big final, like, big battle between the Avengers and, what is it, the Game Collector, the Game Master, whatever the dude's name is. This is like a big old battle, so it was kind of like a culmination of everything. It kind of read really fast. It wasn't too fun. It was just kind of, So, I mean, for me, this really wasn't worth anything. I get it's just a D. This is another True Believers number 1, Avengers Endgame. This had to be... shit. The issue number. Oh no, this was 71, which means that one, the other Avengers one, was a little bit later. Because I read these in kind of chronological order. Basically, it's a battle between Kang and the Games Master, and they're putting heroes against heroes and stuff. And this one, as you can see, there's Yellow Jacket, Black Panther, and the Vision, and of course you can see them going up against the invaders. They were sent back in time. It's for the Battle of the Earth. Kang wanted the guy to give him either life or death because he was really loving this one girl that was in suspended animation, Ravina. But in the end, Kang's own hatred outlasted his love for Ravina. So they're a pretty fun read, actually. Not top of the notch. I just give it just a C. Alright. This is Kill Raven 31. Well, Amazing Adventures featuring Kill Raven. 31 and 30 and 22. I'll start with 22 first. This is Kill Raven. He was in the 70s. It was War of the Worlds, where he was taking on Martians because they invaded and conquered the Earth. So he and his band of friends go around the country and try to defeat Martians. And you can see kind of what the Martians look like. And then you have these weird, like, people that they basically fight. It's a pretty good sci-fi book, actually. This one, they're at the Lincoln Memorial. This guy is selling off humans as slaves to Martians. And then this right here, this one, some lady is pregnant. She's getting ready to birth. So everyone's kind of waiting around. There's monsters and Martians all around them. This cave-like area. They're in Gary, Indiana, where people come out at night and bow down to this big golden arch, but it's not the St. Louis Arch. It's a how can I put it? It's a swerve at the end. And also in this is a key issue. This is like the first interracial kiss in a comic. So out of these two Kill Ravens, War of the Worlds, I've got to give it both a B+. I really liked it. I right now, I currently have a bid up on eBay for the entire Essential Kill Raven just to check this all out because I really like these. Okay, next one. Oh, and the last one. It's a big boy book. Astonishing Tales number 12. Kazar. And if you don't know this cover, Terror stalks the Everglades. Who's in the Everglades? Oh, this is the first comic appearance of Man-Thing. That's right. We got some big boy books in this collection. Love it. Basically, they just, Kazar and his friends go down to the Everglades where they're looking for, of course, Ted Sellis and this Man-Thing, man creature. And then it just kind of gives a little reprint story of Man-Thing in here. And Man-Thing does his rampage and people trap Man-Thing, and then at the end there's a standoff between Kazar and Man-Thing. It's a really good A plus story. A plus. I really love this. Maybe it's because I like Man-Thing. I don't know. But it was really good. I really liked it. I mean, if you can get a good copy, go ahead. Mine was $130, and it's like about a 7.75. And there you have it. And yeah, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. I got some stuff I have got to do. I don't know how many more I'm going to do before the big thing happens. So, y'all have a good day.